Hi friends, this is Kingsley the trainer, and in this video we are going to look upon a very important aspect of the corporate world, which is meetings. A meeting consists of two or more individuals assembled to discuss an issue, to resolve a conflict, to exchange views, to deliberate on a problem, or maybe merely to pool or to transmit information. Meetings are an integral aspect of the corporate world. Meetings of the members of a particular department, meetings of the department heads, or meetings between the management and the employees or internal meetings. There may be a meeting between company officials and some external agency like a bank, an insurance company, etc. Or there can be company meetings, such as a meeting of the board of directors of a company, annual general meeting, and statutory meetings of the directors and shareholders. Formal and informal meetings. Formal meetings are held according to pre-established procedures. A notice announcing the date, venue, and agenda has to be circulated among the members in advance. How much in advance is also already decided. The meeting cannot be held without a quorum, that is, the presence of a minimum number of members is necessary to accept the meeting as valid. The secretary is required to keep a record of these meetings. Board meetings, statutory meetings, annual general meetings, extraordinary meetings of shareholders or debenture holders are all formal meetings. Informal meetings can be held any time without a formal notice or a fixed agenda. Such meetings take the shape of brainstorming or discussion sessions, and it is not necessary to record the minutes formally. However, advanced circulation of the agenda among the members and keeping a proper record of the proceedings are two useful practices that ensure that the discussion will be focused and the meeting will be closed on a positive note. Meetings is an assembly of two or more individuals to discuss an issue, to resolve a conflict, to exchange views, to solve a problem, to transmit information. Formal meetings held according to pre-established procedures. Notice, agenda, and quorum necessary. Informal meetings, primarily brainstorming sessions. Notice, agenda, or quorum not necessary to validate the meeting. Why meetings misfire? Most people believe that nothing worthwhile is achieved in meetings. Members assemble, talk at random, let off some steam, take tea and snacks, and disperse. There does seem to be some truth in this belief. We discuss below some of the factors responsible for the failure of meetings. The first point is poor leadership. Very often, the meetings of a committee misfire because of poor leadership. The chairperson fails to effectively control the meeting and give a direction to the discussion. The members get distracted from the main subject and lose themselves in a maze of irrelevancies. Number 2, overbearing leadership. This is exactly the opposite of poor leadership. Here, the chairperson behaves in an authoritarian manner and does not allow the members to express themselves freely. Communication is choked and idea production is stifled. Members start underestimating the worth of their own ideas and try to shape the contribution according to what the chairperson wants to hear. Number 3, lack of compliance with formal procedures. Sometimes, on account of the negligence of the secretary, formal procedures are not fully complied with. Let us suppose a proper notice has not been given and the quorum is not complete. No meeting can be held and there is unnecessary wastage of time. Number 4, inadequate or very large membership. If a meeting is being attended by too many or too few members, the working is badly affected. If there is a small number of participants, the meeting ceases to be representative and an adequate variety of opinions is not available. On the other hand, if the attendance at a meeting is too large, there is such a large diversity of opinion that it becomes difficult to take any decisions. Undesirable or incompetent membership. This is the fifth point. For successful functioning of meetings, it is very essential that right type of people are asked to attend them. If the members do not know the job well, they will simply reduce the meeting to an organizing pool of ignorance. If they are volatile and explosive or rigid and unaccommodating, they will wreck the meeting. Meetings usually misfire because the chairperson fails to control the meeting and give it a meaningful direction. The chairperson is too dominating and the members are not able to express themselves freely. Proper procedures have not been complied with while calling the meeting. The participants are either too few and therefore there is poverty of opinion, or too many and therefore they fail to function as a unified group. The following guidelines should be helpful in ensuring the success of a meeting. Number 1. Clearly define the purpose of the meeting. If the purpose is clearly defined, it will immediately help to decide whether it is at all necessary to call a meeting. It is quite possible that in certain cases it may suffice to circulate a note and individually ask for the opinion of the people concerned. Such a procedure will help to take a quick decision without any avoidable loss of time or money. If it is necessary to call a meeting, the next step is to determine who should attend the meeting and what items should be on the agenda. Number 2. Distribute the agenda among all the members. This is of utmost importance, for if members are ignorant of the agenda, they will not be able to make any advanced preparation and their participation in the meeting will be ineffective. Number 3. Provide all the facts. If the items of the agenda require the members to know some important facts, the best thing is to provide those facts in advance. If a meeting has been called to discuss the declining sales of a particular product, all the facts and figures having any bearing on the subject should be collected and circulated among the members. Number 4. Restrict the number of invitees. The number of invitees to a meeting should not be very large, for large groups tend to be unproductive. Only those persons should be invited who are closely concerned with the subject to be discussed and none else. The optimum number of members attending a meeting is between 5 and 10. A meeting can be successful if its purpose is well defined, the items on the agenda are well defined, the agenda is circulated among the members well in advance, all inputs required to have a meaningful discussion are readily available, and the number of invitees is restricted.